I really did like the Big Green, though. I forgot how much.
I cried. Oh, I cried so bad.
And the Big Green?
Yes, I was sitting there just crying like a baby. I was like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? I'm like, I had to hold back the tears because I was afraid Tony would laugh at me. Like, I
Did
cried.
you cry at the end?
Yeah, like I cried when they gave her the cake.
Oh, the cake.
Yeah, when they say we love you, and they had like her
country
flag, and
she knew, because she knew she was leaving.
Yeah, and well, and they, she helped him out and stuff too, like all of that, and then like that made me cry. And then when Kat's dad showed up, I cried.
Cool.
I was like,
that was pretty cool though.
And then they won, and I cried. And then they got the billboard, and I cried.
Tell me, darling, could we run away? We could hide away by the cactus desert blue. I can see it just a mile away from this crowded place. I could lay there next to you.
Hey friends, welcome back to our channel, Best Freaking Friends Forever. We thank you guys for tuning in. We thank you guys if you subscribed. If you haven't, please do so below. Comment. Tell us what you liked, what you didn't like. Tell us if you've seen this movie. Like our page. So today we're going to talk about The Big Green. And this was, I don't know, I remember this movie from when I was younger, but I really liked it. So it had some background. It had a budget of $12 million. Its release date was September 29th of 1995. Opening weekend, it only made $5 million, so not even half of its original budget, which with today's inflation, that would be $9 million. And then in the U.S. and worldwide, both, it grossed $18 million. So that would, with inflation, be $31 million today. So I thought it was a cute movie. I like it. It's a feel-good sports movie.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I like all those types of movies with kids and the sport. Like we tried to watch Little Green 2 this week, and we couldn't. Or not Little Green, Little Giants. I like that one too. Yeah, all those types of movies where it's kids playing sports. Well, later this month we'll be doing The Mighty Ducks. That's another one that we did.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it a lot as a kid.
Mm-hmm, I did too, actually. Now that thinking back, I definitely did. And it's crazy because I totally forgot Steve Guttenberg was in this.
Yep.
Totally forgot.
Yeah, Tony was like, I'm surprised he's in a Disney movie. And I was like, he played in a movie with Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Mm-hmm. It Takes Two with Kirstie Alley.
Yeah, I really like that movie.
That was a cute movie. I like him. I feel like and wasn't he in, what was it? Like Three Men and a Baby with Tom Selleck and Ted Danson, mm-hmm. I think. Yeah, so he's been, I like him. He's a good actor.
I do too. Yeah, you don't see him around anymore.
No, you really don't. And even like the child actors that played in this movie, I read that most of the child actors and actresses have stopped doing movies. The only ones still acting are Patrick Renna, which I think he played Larry, which is the redhead goalie, mm-hmm. and Jordan Brower. He played Nick Anderson, one of the teammates, obviously, and then Jessica Robertson, who played Kate, and then Bug Hall, who played Newt Shaw. Those are the only ones that are still active.
Now, Newt is the one. He also was a little rascal, right?
Yes, he played Alfalfa. Yep.
Yeah. And I was like, I told Tony, I was like, he seems so young. I was like, this must be before Rascals. This was actually after. So he was by like a year.
Yeah. Well, and then Chauncey Leopardi, who played Evan Ship, he played in The Sandlot.
The beginning where they feed the birds.
And then the teacher comes, Miss Montgomery comes and thinks they're dead, so she squirts them with the hose. Yeah.
Yeah. And they bring in Juan. He can't play. His mom won't let him. But come to find out, his mom is an illegal immigrant.
Yes, we find that out. Yep.
Yeah.
That's why.
And
But he's really good. And I love how, like, they start practicing and things, and then he comes in and he works. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool how they do that.
well, it's different that she connects with him through soccer, and they just take to it. So they have, like, it's kind of like they just decide to, like, okay, let's do this. And they don't really argue with her.
No.
And they would in class. Like, they didn't want to do their classwork and stuff. But when it came to that, they just took one with it. And it wasn't even, like, soccer's not even a big thing down there. It's more football.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're in Texas, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, yeah, Deputy Dog, he, the sheriff, he was a big football player because he kicks the ball. He's like, well, if you want to see, and he kicked the soccer ball across the way.
Well, he talks a lot about the billboard.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because she, like, the way they practice it first, it was kind of interesting because, like, they really had no, like, system in place.
Mm-mm.
Like, to just start practicing and teaching them. And then, like, I think she tells them they make a team, and then the very next day they have a game. And it's, of course, it's against the hardest team that they can go up against.
Yeah, the Knights.
Yeah.
Well, the coach for that team brings a sword to every game. I'm like, and I wrote that down. I said, who brings a sword to a soccer game?
Yep.
You would not see that today, I don't think.
I don't think you'd be, yeah.
Well, they brought the goat. Yeah,
this is true. They brought the goat.
Yeah.
Big green goat. Well, and I thought it was kind of funny how Patrick Renner, who plays Larry, when he's the goalie, and he always pictures them coming like as monsters. And I love how Miss Montgomery tells him, well, then become a monster back in the dream or whatever, or in the nightmare. She's like, and become the monster back too. And he did. And that's how, I thought that was pretty cool.
That was another one I cried at. It was a good speech, okay? Yeah, because she got him down on the ground and was like, talk to me. I liked that. You know, she got him down on the ground and was like, let's talk about this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's what a good coach and a good teacher does.
Mm-hmm. Well, and they were also, their test scores are really low because it's like a small town. The factory closed. People are on hard times, and the kids are kind of, I feel like the kids are getting that trickle down effect from their parents because their parents don't work. Well, even like you said, the goalie, Larry, says, my dad has a job. And one of the kids says, well, at least he does. And so, well, and like Kat, she's one of the main characters, kids in the movie. And like her dad, you know, he's a drunk. He's the town drunk basically. And has, you know, she's trying to always avoid him and that sort of thing. But the one thing, which just made me cry too, the one thing that really got me was seeing the community start to come together because of these kids. I really liked that because we saw the teacher and another parent make the jerseys.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then we saw them get together when they were playing in the rain. That's my favorite part of the movie.
Yes.
When all of the team is playing in the rain, even the parents, and they're having a blast.
Yeah.
And like not a care in the world. And they're just, I mean, that was their practice. That was, and just the whole team coming together, even the parents, and just having fun. Mm-hmm. I liked that part.
I would say that one is my favorite. This was hard because there were so many little parts that were really good, but that part is my favorite. I've got so many. That one, when he scores the winning goal, and he does the goat, and he does the bath thing. I like that. And then at the very end, they show them all on the billboard, and they were like their test scores were like 4th in the state.
Yeah.
So she not only helped them, she helped them in all kinds. She helped that community. She helped the kids with soccer. She helped their test scores, and she helped these families get together.
Yep. Well, that was another part you talked about being sad about too, which I didn't think about it till after you said it, with them bringing her the cake.
Mm-hmm. I like that part.
Yeah.
Well, and her country flag is, because she's just there as like an exchange teacher. Like they have exchange students, but she's like an exchange teacher. And she's just there for the year. And they have her country flag behind her. There's pictures of all the kids. Yeah, I was a big baby during that scene. Yeah, well, and Oh, I liked whenever the last game, the final game, like who's going to be the champion. The coach from the other team comes up to her and was like, let's place a bet. And like and he's saying how he's divorced. And if I win, I get a kiss. She's like, okay, well if we win, you kiss our mascot. And she goes, he's divorced too. Then Kate's dad shows up for the game.
I love that part. I kind of was like, wait a minute. He was just home drunk not too long ago. I don't think he's going to be. And then you don't just. Yeah. I don't know. Because he was happy. He was clean, cut, all of that. And I was like, well, okay. I mean, that's good. Good for him.
Yeah. Well, and like the whole Juan thing, the coach gets with Kat's dad. Because you can see where they're getting together because they were like, well, they're probably illegal. And so they get together and, of course, Deputy Dog goes to their little trailer and was like, hey, we found out you're illegal. And she's like, well, my son's not, but I am, and they could deport me at any moment. Of course, she gets scared and she leaves. Yep. Yeah. And so, but Deputy Dog saves the day. He goes and finds them. And he, I guess, somehow made it, because he kind of implies to the coach, he's like, Juan is welcome here, and so isn't his family. So he implies that he fixed it. Yeah.
Well, he's sponsoring her, I think. He's sponsoring them.
Yes. Yes, you're right.
Yeah. Sheriff Tom sponsors them. That's how they're able to stay. California.
That is scary, though, because, like she said, she had her son. He is a citizen. And she can't. I mean, that is awful that she has to feel that fear that at any moment she could be taken away from him. Mm-hmm. And then what? Then where does he go?
Right, because he would get to stay. He wouldn't have to go back with her.
Oh, the kids, I wrote down the kids driving the cop car out in the field. He lets the kids drive.
That was fun, yeah. I was going to say, he looked like he was having just as much fun as them, if not more. Like, I liked that scene, because it just seemed, like, I felt like he was really going over the top with, like, moving around in the car, and...
Well, and he gets in shape, because I kept seeing, like, he had the beer belly type thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I told Tony, I was like, that's got to be, like, fake, because it didn't look real.
Well, they said he gained 12 pounds for it.
Also,
yeah, he had to gain 12 pounds to play Sheriff Tom. He gained 12 pounds for the role.
Well, she made him run with them, because she's like, if you're going to play soccer,
Yeah, he probably did lose it, because I know at the beginning he did have to gain 12 to play him. So that probably was realistic that he...
Okay. Yeah, it was funny because, like, he was, like, really, like, I don't know, had more of, like, that southern accent, it seemed like, a little bit. And it was, like, he slowly lost weight and cleaned up. And it's, like, as he did that, he kind of lost that accent. Did you notice that?
Yeah, now that you say that, he did.
I'm like, oh, wow, so is that all it takes is to lose, like, this West Virginia accent? Is just slowly lose weight?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this is definitely one as a kid I loved. We had to have owned it on VHS. I had to have. Because we watched it a lot.
I just remember renting it, I think, or we'd watch it on TV.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was one of the two Disney family comedy sports films that featured J.O. Sanders, who played the coach of the Knights as an antagonist, and the others being Angel in the Outfield. Mm-hmm. Which is cute. That's another good one that I would like to watch as an adult now.
Yes.
And coincidentally, both movies were written by Holly Goldberg Sloan, which is one of the few female, at the time, writers.
Yeah, because Angels in the Outfield is another... I'll probably cry at that one, too.
I'll cry in that one, yeah, because if I remember enough about it, I'm like, yeah, probably.
All right, that was The Big Green. We watched it on Disney Plus. So if you have Disney Plus, go on and watch it and check it out. We really enjoyed this movie as a child, and now as adults, we both really liked it. So let us know in the comments, are you like me and just a big blubbering mess watching this movie? Or are you normal and don't cry? But let us know for sure. We love to hear from you. And I am Tiffany. This is my BFFF Shelly. Join us next time, friends, for another great episode.